So the first of our 5 races, the grid reads as follows. Ryan Smith, despite his health problems in the run-up to this event, has qualified on pole in his Daimler Freightliner with a 1:36.847, nearly a second quicker than Michael Oliver, who starts his MAN alongside. Michael's father, Stuart Oliver, on the second row in his Volvo VNL. He and Ryan Smith have 19 British Championships between the two of them. David Jenkins completes the second row in his MAN. Row 3, John Bowler and Stephen Powell. And then row 4, Tom O'Rourke in the International Navistar, the American bonneted truck, alongside Martin Gibson, returning to the championship this year. Completing the top 10, David Smith in his MAN, the former Division 2 champion, and Neil Yates, the man who had a big accident here at Thruxton a couple of years ago, completes the top 10 on the grid in his MAN. Row 6 of the grid, number 5, Adam Bint in the Mercedes Actros, had a win at Pembrey, his first Division 1 win earlier this season. All stars alongside number 95, Ricky Collett. Now, the last time he raced here at Thruxton a few years ago, he ended up upside down, so hoping to avoid that today. Then we've got the Division 2 trucks, the slightly less powerful machines towards the back. Simon Cole in his Iveco has taken pole there alongside Sami Oyanen in the Sisu, the Finnish driver. Row 8's got Bradley Harvey and Callum Easton. We just heard from Callum, both newcomers to the championship this season. Row 9, Archie Handy in the Volvo, son of Simon Cole. Now, Jake Evans won't be there for this race. Now, he's the Division 2 points leader. We're told he's not there this race, race 1 of the weekend. His engine went bang in the free practice session this morning, so MAN is currently having its engine changed. We won't see him in this one. We're also missing John Powell, still having teething troubles with his new DAP, the reigning Division 2 champion, now in Division 1, so he's hoping to be out later in the weekend. We are missing Graham Poole, number treble 3, who should have completed the 20 truck entry, but Graham has withdrawn from this weekend. So we should see 17 trucks on the grid for this first 15-minute race of the weekend. Many more trucks you can see over on the new banking up above the Woodham Hill section of the circuit running into the chicane. We've got the show trucks over there as part of this Convoy on the Plain festival on the plains of Hampshire. A real festival of everything to do with trucks, and many road haulage firms with their show trucks on display over there. There's hundreds of them in that new paddock area above the all-new Spectator banking, which was opened just a few weeks ago here at the home of the BARC, here at Thruxton, the home of the British Automobile Racing Club, the fastest race circuit in the UK. We'll shortly be getting the trucks out onto circuit behind the pace truck. It'll be a rolling start, and then a 15-minute race for these 5-ton race trucks, nearly 1,000 horsepower each, and they're limited electronically to 100 miles per hour maximum speed. If you're found to have exceeded that 100-mile-an-hour limit, then you can be penalised. Racing later on today, as we say, we've got the Brick Car Endurance Championship. They're 2 45-minute pit stop races. They've had a busy season racing at Silverstone and Snetterton earlier this year as well. Got, if you like, your Ferraris, your Porsches, Ginettas, BMWs, some TCR touring cars out in that field as well. We've got about 24 cars for the Brick Car Endurance Championship. The 750 Formula is here as well. That championship even predates Formula 1. It dates back to the late 1940s and features home-built small sports car racers mainly. We'll introduce them a little bit later on. There'll be a short break after the 750 Formula race. We've got a qualifying session for the Monoposto Championship, which is a variety of single-seaters. Then another truck race, another Brick Car Endurance Championship race with a few pit stop penalties introduced for the class winners, the class top 3s in race 1. And then we've got the Mini Challenge Club Sports, their second meeting of the season with AirTech Motorsport, a variety of BMW Mini Coopers. Will be on track for the first of their 3 races this weekend. Great to see plenty of your comments already coming in. Right to back of the net 07, one of our regular viewers, L4L, Welsh lad, Matthew Booth, V8 Tangman. He's got the live timing on one screen, the racing on another. If you do want to follow the live timing this weekend, the place to do so is tsl-timing.com. Thanks to TSL Timing for all the live timing and results this weekend. L4L says, watching Alton Park on my television and Thruxton on my phone. Yes, we've got action from Alton Park this weekend as well. Hi to Ethan Dance, Flat Spider, and Cheryl Morris, who says, come on, Callum Eason, truck number 26, looking for his first ever Division 2 win this weekend for the slightly less powerful trucks towards the back of the field. As we say, we have got action from Alton Park on BARC TV this weekend, including the TCR UK Touring Car Championship, which is just on its way around to start its first race of the day now. So you can, if you've got two screens, we've got extra action. TCR UK, supported by the Miltech Civic Cup, CNC Head Sports and Saloon Cars, the Track Action Racing Club Junior Saloon Cars, and the Scottish Mini Cooper Cup on an away day to England as well. That's all taking place on our other stream at the moment. There's the TCR UK Touring Cars coming round to line up. So if you can set up two screens side by side, sadly I can't commentate on two races at the same time. I can't split myself into two, unfortunately. I tried it once, it didn't work. So while we wait for the trucks to come out for race number one, we can see the action from Alton Park. Adam Shepherd on pole position in the number 117 car there. One of the Laidlaws alongside him. So the race getting underway at Alton Park. We've got one car that's stalled on the inside. I think that's Steve Laidlaw. And I had a big shunt at Croft in the last round. Adam Shepherd leading into the first corner. Just taking a little interlude while we wait for the trucks to line up at Thruxton. You are seeing Alton Park at the moment. As they head down around the first lap. So a few of your comments coming in. Emily Pooley says, come on, Neil Yates, number 33. Later, JZ. Come on, Flying Ryan Smith, he says. Adventures with the McLeods says, let's go Ryan Smith. Mugsley supporting Callum Eason, he's got plenty of supporters. The LT Prod says, thank you for showing this. Hello from the USA. Nice to have some viewers from America. Happy Independence Day for yesterday. And Mike Seaton says, coming along tomorrow to Thruxton for our second ever truck racing events. Hoping for a bit less drama than last time we were at Thruxton when we had some big crashes. It's Neil Yates, who mentioned had a big accident at Thruxton last time out. Seeing a bit of an interlude from Alton Park at the moment, the TCR Touring Cars. There's their series boss, Stuart Lyons. Good to see him out there in one of the Hyundai i30Ns, I think that is. Do like an i30N myself. That's Callum Newsham, number 16. V8 Tangman says, come on, Stephen Powell, number 3. In his MAN in Division 1 in our truck action. Adventures with the McLeods are supporting Sami Oyanen in the Sisu in Division 2, the Finnish visitor. I think we can now head back as, yes, the trucks are on their way out onto track. JZ has said, come on, Flying Ryan. I think we mentioned that. Flying Ryan Smith is on pole despite suffering a bit with illness in the run-up to this event. Plenty of Ryan Smith supporters in our chat. Hello to Sebastian. Gary Wandin as well. He's supporting Flying Ryan Smith. He's got plenty of fans here. There's Callum Eason, the green and black MAN. That's Andrew Fulcher's old truck, raced a few years ago. And behind him, Archie Handy. That's Paul McCumiskey's old Volvo. Paddy Mack, as he was known. So the GT Tyres pace truck heading the trucks out past Allard Bend up towards the complex. The right-hander at Campbell, the left at Cobb, and the right at Seagrave, named after Malcolm and Donald Campbell, John Cobb and Henry Seagrave, of course all holders of the land speed record in years gone by. Michael Oliver alongside in the MAN. Ian Stewart took a 1-2 at Brands Hatch early this season on Easter weekend. It's Stuart Oliver who currently heads the points in Division 1, the rare sight of Ryan Smith not leading the Division 1 Championship. We've not seen that for a few years. He had some problems, as we already heard, with the truck at Pembrey in Wales last time out. So he's second. He's 12 points off Stuart Oliver. John Bowler is third, and the top three in the Division 1 points, of course, have air restrictors on their turbochargers to even things up a bit. There's John Bowler, the blue and red MAN. David Jenkins fourth in the points, Michael Oliver is fifth. In Division 2, Jake Evans is leading the points. He won't be out in this race due to engine failure in practice earlier on. So Simon Cole with a chance to close in the points. There he is, the number 41 truck alongside Sami Oyanen. Truck missing its front bumper valance, the Sisu. 17 trucks out there then for this 15-minute race. Out into the country, out of the complex then the left-hander at Noble. And the right-hander at Goodwood. They then go on to Village and then Church, the fastest corner in the country. All the marshals have moved to a safe distance back off their posts for the truck races. Big thank you to the Orange family, our volunteer marshals. We could not go racing without them. You see steam incidentally coming off the front wheels of these trucks. That's because they have water-cooled brakes. Out on the far side of the circuit, through Village Corner, then on towards Church, the fastest corner in the country. And it's turning back through the left flick, which is Brooklands Bend, and then up Woodham Hill and into the club chicane. Plenty of manoeuvres under braking should be made there. See the runway in the infield there. It is an active airfield here at Thruxton. The Hampshire and Isle of Wight Air Ambulance is based here as well. There is Church Corner. Fantastic shot this is as the trucks charge towards us. Ryan Smith, the yellow and blue Daimler Freightliner on pole. 9 times in a row he has won the Division 1 title. Michael Oliver alongside him. Stuart Oliver on row 2. 10 times a British champion, but not consecutively. He took a break to win the European Championship one year. The FIA European Truck Racing Championship sadly doesn't visit the UK anymore. Division 2 trucks towards the back. See them mix it with some of the Division 1 runners though. Could be a rolling start. The pace truck will pull into pit lane. Through the Brooklands sweep and up towards Woodham Hill. Here they come. Tension mounting. Weaving just a little to warm up their GT tyres. Oh yes, I'm looking forward to this one. First of 5 races for the British Truck Racing Championship here on the Thruxton circuit at Convoy on the Plain. 2025, we certainly have got ourselves a convoy. Ryan Smith and Michael Oliver lead them round. The pace truck will pull into pit lane as it comes out of the chicane. Will it be Ryan Smith from pole position who will do his usual in race 1 and clear off into the distance, or will they be able to stop him? We're about to find out over the next 15 minutes. Pace truck is in pit lane. Up towards the red lights when they go out. The race will be on. It is time to go. Truck racing here at Thruxton. The red lights are out and we are underway. Good start by Stephen Powell, the number 3, moving up on the outside as they rumble their way towards Allard for the first time. But it is Ryan Smith who's got the advantage. The Olivers, father and son, side by side for second place. Trying to move up on the inside is John Powell. He's alongside former champion David Jenkins into the complex. Jenkins moving up on the outside. Stephen Powell very late on the brakes. It's Ryan Smith who's got the lead into the right-hander. Michael Oliver has held off his father Stuart for second place. Fourth, it's 3 wide. David Jenkins in the middle. Don Bowler up the inside. Looks like he could snatch 4th place. He does so. Stephen Powell caught on the outside. A little bit of rubbing there with, I think that was Tom O'Rourke in the International Navistar, number 86, the Scotsman. They're all through the complex okay for the first time. There go the Division 2 runners further back. That's Simon Cole who's got the early advantage in that group. But the first 3 have pulled away slightly. That's not Michael Oliver, it's Martin Gibson, the identical MAN number 101, the other Team Oliver truck, returning to the championship this year after a couple of years trying car racing. Somebody's gone wide into the dust up there. That was Tom O'Rourke, I think, in the 86 that's gone out wide onto the grass. Through Church Corner they come, the fastest corner in the country. Smith from the Olivers. 4th place is John Bowler. David Jenkins side by side with O'Rourke. Then it's Martin Gibson. Stephen Powell side by side with David Smith, the former Division 2 champion, as they come up Woodham Hill for the first time, with Ryan Smith looking to establish himself out in front. Tucking in behind David Jenkins, that's Tom O'Rourke, the Scotsman, another man who had a big smash here at Thruxton a few years ago. Tangled with John Newell, who's now in the European Championship on the continent. They come through to complete the opening lap then. Smith leads by over 1.5 seconds already. The Olivers second and third. It's Bowler Here comes Stephen Powell on the inside, the man who lives within a stone's throw of Brands Hatch Circuit in Kent. Division 2 is led early on by Simon Cole ahead of Sami Oyanen by about 1.5 seconds. Into the complex for the second time. Smith clearing off as he always does in race 1 of the weekend, it seems. Bouncing over the curb, that's Ricky Collett, the yellow MAN number 95, the heavy haulage company boss from Yorkshire, chasing Adam Bint in the Mercedes number 5. Overjoyed to get his first ever Division 1 win earlier this season with that new truck for this year. There's Division 2. Cole from Oyanen. Bradley Harvey in the yellow Weaver Motorsport truck is in 3rd place. That's the ex-John Powell DAF. John still having some teething problems. A little bit of rain in the air here at Thruxton. That might make things a little bit slippery. We had a few drops of rain in practice as well. We head around towards Church Corner for the second time. Look at the lead that Ryan Smith has got already. Stuart Oliver all over the back of his son Michael's truck. He's going for the inside here, possibly on the run at Woodham Hill. He wants to get after Ryan Smith. Don't forget that Stuart is leading the championship. I wonder if there's any team orders among the Team Oliver boys, or our family tie is going to be ditched and they're going to battle for second place. GT Tyres, Tahuna Honey sponsored MAN ahead of the Volvo. That Volvo took a lot of damage here at Thruxton last season, and Stuart switched to his backup MAN for the rest of the year. It's a bit of a truck breaker, this circuit, it has to be said. Bowler still 4th, then Jenkins, through the right-hander at Allard, past the pit exits. Then into the left, which is unofficially known as Green Corner, after Andy Green, the current holder of the World Land Speed record, of course, in Thrust SSC. Through the complex for the 3rd time. Stephen Powell keeping pace further back with Martin Gibson. Stephen Powell it was who ran wide on the first lap and dropped back a little at the exit of the complex at Seagrave. There's David Smith, Bint Collett. Behind them is Neil Yates, the recovery company boss. Started truck racing as a sponsor before moving up to compete, as David Smith gets a wheel on the grass there, kicks up the dust. There goes Simon Cole, man from Dartford, east of London. Continuing to lead Division 2. Used to race a Mercedes known as the Mercedes Beast, but now in the Iveco. Leads Sami Oyanen. Simon Cole, who was second in the Division 2 points last season without even winning a race all season, but a breakdown in the last race at Brands Hatch handed the title to John Powell. Ryan Smith's done the fastest lap of the race, 1:37.418. He's over 3 seconds clear of the field now. In this race 1 of the weekend for the British Truck Racing Championship here at the Thruxton circuit at Convoy on the plate. Michael Oliver's pulled away from his father Stuart slightly in that second place. They're separated by 0.8 of a second. It's very tight and tricky chicane. Be careful not to run over the curbs too much here. You'll clip those tyre stacks on the inside. Not that they'll impede a truck very much, because if you clip something like that in a truck, the something tends to come off worse. Stuart Oliver has a look there as they go into Allard. Trying to get up alongside Michael. Yep, family ties are being ditched here. They are going to scrap for second. Of course, they want to get after Ryan Smith, who now leads by 4.5 seconds. He's pulled away by almost another second on that lap. As Stuart Oliver to the inside, he sends Michael out wide. Michael's got the inside for the left at Cobb, though. Now, is he going to get the end? There's a spin in the background. Adam Bint goes for a spin into Campbell as Stuart Oliver leans Michael out wide. He says, I want to get after Ryan Smith and protect my championship lead. Out of the way, son. And that's allowed John Bowler to come through into second. David Jenkins is there as well. Now, David's had a bit of a frustrating season so far. He was denied some points at the opener at Brands Hatch by a broken radiator after some contact with John Bowler in the second race. In the third race, I should say, of the weekend. Well, there's Adam Bint. He's got going again after spinning at the complex there. It's too late on the brakes, I think, going in. Mercedes is now going to fight its way back up the order. I noticed Michael Oliver showing on the timing tower in last place. That's because his transponder is not working. He's there in 4th, but his transponder didn't work on the last lap. It's a queue of trucks here. It is a convoy, isn't it, behind the number 7 of Stuart Oliver. And if they're all going to form up in convoy, Ryan Smith's just going to pull away. We just caught a glimpse of him there at the chicane. John Bowler now in 3rd. He's split the Olivers. And it's David Jenkins in 5th place. Tom O'Rourke going well in 6th in the International. Now, the results of this race sets the grid for race 3, which is the first of tomorrow's 3 races, but with the top 8 reversed. So in other words, if you finish 8th here, you start on pole for race 3 tomorrow. Race 2 later on today is the second fastest time for each driver from qualifying. Now, who's 8th at the moment? It's David Smith. So if things stand at the moment, David Smith will be on pole for tomorrow's first race. Stuart Oliver's run a bit wide there into the complex. David Jenkins all over the back of the number 12 of Michael Oliver to try and take 4th position. Now, Michael Oliver, for some reason, at the end of lap 3, his transponder didn't work. It's been reset now by the timekeeper. Black and white flag has been shown to number 41. That's Simon Cole, the Division 2 leader. That's for exceeding track limits. That'll be his second offence. The first offence of exceeding track limits on the circuit is noted. The second, you get the black and white flag. If you transgress again, you risk getting a 5-second time penalty. There's Archie Handy, number 40, son of Simon Cole, the youngest truck racer in Britain, making the move up a couple of years ago from the Junior Saloon Car Championship straight into truck racing in the ex-Paddy Mack Volvo, but he's been caught by Adam Bint, who's recovering from that spin earlier on, spun down to the tail of the field. The Mercedes Actros, we saw Ryan Smith have one season in a Mercedes. Somebody has kicked up a lot of dust there, and that's a long way off the circuit, I noticed there. Is that just how the dust has been blown by the wind, or has somebody gone disappearing off into the trees? We'll wait and see if anybody drops down the timing screen as they come over the line. So Ryan Smith has already gone through to start at lap 5. Stuart Oliver's just over 7 seconds down now. Michael Oliver fighting back on the inside, trying to take John Bowler for second. That's a good move into Allard. David Jenkins says, I'll have some of this as well. This is going to be interesting as they come into the complex. This is for 3rd place. Stuart Oliver's got away in front of them. John Bowler fights back, but he's going to be on the outside line for the right-hander. I think, has Michael Oliver? No, he hasn't got the move done. They're still side by side. They're leaning on each other. They're clashing wing mirrors. They just about hold it together, and Michael Oliver gets the shuffle done and takes that 3rd place back again. Now here comes Jenkins, O'Rourke and Martin Gibson. They're all stacked up behind the number 12. Next in the order, Stephen Powell. He's now in 8th place. And he'll be on for pole for race 3. David Jenkins almost pushing John Bowler there. Adam Bint up until he was got ahead of Archie Handy in their battle for 17th. Ryan Smith pulling clear. Adam Bint, we mentioned, was the first truck to run on HVO fuel, on biodiesel, in this championship. All trucks now run on biodiesel, supplied by Sylvie Fleets and BWOC, so a big thanks to them for their support of this championship. Up on the outside, here comes John Bowler, trying to take that 3rd place back again. The 2 championship protagonists so far have started to clear away in front. You can't go too wide into that bit of the chicane. John Bowler's going to have to back out. No, he doesn't. He slipped the back of Michael Oliver. Get off, says the number 12. Keeps his foot in. David Jenkins says, OK, if you're going to delay each other, I'll try and slot through the gap and take 4th place. Tom O'Rourke's having a go as well. This really is a convoy now. John Bowler's caught on the outside line. Here comes the international Navistar of Tom O'Rourke, the boss of MV Commercials, the one of the main championship sponsors. Has a look up the inside. He's going to take John Bowler, who's really been shuffled back here. David Jenkins has already gone through. Terrific fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. O'Rourke gets through. Martin Gibson on the inside. Poor old John Bowler. He's going to be pushed back down there. Look at Steve Powell making it 3 wide. He's got past both of them. Brilliant. Opportunist move there out of the complex. He's up to 6th. John Bowler is going to be down to 8th place here. He ended the lap in 3rd. Side by side as they come up towards Goodwood Corner and Village of Thruxton, just over behind those trees over there. John Bowler keeps his foot in. He stays ahead of Martin Gibson. Stephen Powell on the move. He's had a disappointing season so far in mechanical problems with his truck. Here comes Adam Bint, pioneer of HVO biodiesel in the championship, breezing his way back up the order. You can see more drops of rain on the camera lens. Past Callum Eason. Just over 3.5 minutes to go now. David Jenkins wants a podium. The man from Stafford, attacking the Northumberland driver Michael Oliver. Ryan Smith is going to win this almost certainly, barring any mechanical disaster. Let's have a look at his lead as they come through this time. It's Tom O'Rourke and Stephen Powell over the curbs at the chicane. Powell emerges in front. The 26 of Callum Eason got a track limits warning on the last lap as well. 7.3 seconds now the lead for Smith over Stuart Oliver, and these three and beyond. Another 5.5 seconds back now. There's Ryan Smith in the background, who's going through the complex. To the chicane, Michael Oliver just about hanging on. There's David Smith in behind this lot. He could benefit if anybody falls over one another. Currently in 8th place at the back of this train, Martin Gibson will be on for pole for race 3 tomorrow. David Smith is next, the former Division 2 champion who's returned to racing over the last couple of years in the Division 1 NAN. And behind him is Ricky Collins rounding out the top 10. Avoided any rollovers this time. Here's a battle in Division 2. You can see the wipers are going now, the rain is worsening. This is the battle for second in Division 2, I think. Yes, Bradley Harvey has got ahead of Sami Ojanen in the Mad Croc energy drink Sisu. The Mad Croc team came over with Mika Mäkinen a few years ago and won the Division 2 title. Sami having to give best to Bradley Harvey, one of our newcomers this season. They're trying to keep pace with Simon Cole, who leads Division 2 by just over 2.5 seconds. As Bradley Harvey, whoa, bit sideways there. Fastest part of the circuit, you do not want to have a spin there. Michael Oliver still holds off David Jenkins for 3rd place. Now, I think we'll get 2 more laps out of this because Ryan Smith had already gone through to start lap 9. It's just over 90 seconds left on the clock, so this is the penultimate lap, I think, on this race 1 of the weekend for the British Truck Racing Championship. Yes, the rain starting to come down a little more intensely now, and you can see that Bradley Harvey's going well in the Weaver team DAF. That's the ex-John Powell DAF LF. He's closing, I think, on Simon Cole. Yes, the gap came down by about a second on that last lap. Well, actually more than that, yeah, 1.3 seconds it came down. So Bradley Harvey can sense a chance to get his first Division 2 win here. Sami Ojanen, likewise. Battle intensifying in Division 2. Ryan Smith, the gap has come down. Now, his last lap was a 1:39.5. Stuart Oliver's a 1:38.8, so the gap's starting to come down there as well. And you can see clearly in Division 2, Bradley Harvey sliding the DAF around. He's really eating into the Iveco of Simon Cole's lead here. Ojanen Sisu in 3rd place. This is a chance for them to close on Jake Evans, the points leader in Division 2 in his debut season in truck racing, because Jake a non-starter after engine failure in free practice. Understeer there for Bradley Harvey, he needs to be careful. Okay, let's have a look. Will Ryan Smith go across the line time? Yes, 15 seconds left on the clock when he went across the line, so we're going into the last lap now. We'll get 1 more lap out of this. This will be a 10-lap race. Stuart Oliver on his own in second. There's Division 2 battle, and Adam Bintz catching them up as well, recovering after going off at the complex earlier on. Good stuff in our first truck race of the weekend. One of our commenters saying, I've not watched truck racing like this since the 90s. This was the heyday of the sport. And yes, Simon Cole has now been caught. We've got a battle on our hands in Division 2. Are we going to have a first-time winner? Can Bradley Harvey? Well, not with sideways driving like that. He won't get past Simon Cole. Looks spectacular. Doesn't help your lap times. Meantime, we've not seen much of Ryan Smith because he's done his usual job of driving away from the field. Needs to get back to winning ways after a few problems, as we heard earlier, with the truck at Pembrey. The worldwide truck racing Daimler Freightliner, the man going for his 10th consecutive British title this year. Away goes the man from Derbyshire. His lap time back on the pace last time through ahead of Stuart Oliver in a rather lonely second, and everybody else still convoying behind Michael Oliver for 3rd. There's Division 2 battle heading through Noble. All 17 trucks still running, it's good to see. But it's going to be a win for Flying Ryan. Here he comes, through the chicane. Pole position, leads all the way. Takes the checkered flag. Our first winner of the weekend here at Convoy on the Plain is Flying Ryan Smith. Stuart Oliver will come out of the chicane any moment now for 2nd. There he is. And Michael Oliver is going to take 3rd and the fastest lap as well. So Michael Oliver is 3rd, gets fastest lap of the race. David Jenkins just holds off Stephen Powell. O'Rourke 6th, Bowler 7th. Gibson gets the 8th place, and we'll get the reverse grid pole for race 3 provisionally. Now, what about Division 2? Simon Cole still hanging on. What can Bradley Harvey do out of the final chicane? He's going to have to get alongside on the run to the line. I don't think he'll get alongside into the chicane. It's too tight through there. Oyanen's up there as well. This is the closest Division 2 race I think we've seen so far this season. Simon Cole is just about going to hang on. He gets the better exit from the chicane, gets his right foot down. Simon Cole hangs on to win Division 2. That'll help his cause to the championship. Harvey 2nd, Oyanen 3rd. Great stuff there. Those 3 covered by 1.3 seconds. Adam Bint finishes behind them. Bad luck to him after his spin. Callum Easter and Archie Handy will complete the finishes any moment now. Great stuff there in our first truck race of the weekend. A familiar winner. Ryan Smith is back to his best despite problems with the truck at Pembrey, despite some illness in the run-up to this event, as we heard with Pointy earlier. No problem at all for Flying Ryan. He wins by 7.5 seconds. Crowd up on the new spectator bank at Woodham Hill, ready to give their applause on the slowdown lap. Ryan Smith the winner ahead of Stuart Oliver, and Michael Oliver holding on for 3rd place, and he got the fastest lap. David Jenkins just beat Stephen Powell to the line for 4th place. Tom O'Rourke a good 6th ahead of John Bowler, who got shuffled back midway through. Martin Gibson 8th ahead of David Smith, and Ricky Collett and Neil Yates. Simon Cole holding on just to win Division 2 by less than half a second from a great drive by Bradley Harvey. Sammy Oyanen 3rd in that division. Then Adam Bint recovering after spinning at the complex, and Callum Eason and Archie Handy were the final finishers, with all 17 cars going the distance. 17 trucks going the distance, I should say, sorry. And they will head into Parc Ferme very shortly. Ian Waterhouse and Pointy will be down on the grounds to greet them. We're going to head into our lunch break shortly, so we'll maybe get a chance to see what some of the off-track attractions are here at Convoy on the Plain. There's lots going on off-track. We've got monster trucks. We've got some motorcycles, stunts, even tractor pulling is going to take place this weekend. I'm certainly looking forward to seeing just what we have got at trackside. But for now, we will shortly head down into the paddock area to greet some of the drivers with Ian and Pointy. Thanks again for all your comments coming in during that race. One of our commenters, TripTech79, hello to you, says, where's the clouds of black smoke? You can be disqualified for making too much black smoke. As we said, these trucks run on HVO biodiesel these days, a much cleaner fuel. It was Adam Bint who pioneered it in the championship, and now, thanks to the championship sponsors, Sylvie Fleet and BWOC, the trucks all run on biodiesel. I think we can now head down to Parc Ferme with Ian and Pointy. Let's see who they can find to talk to.
Well, welcome to the Parc Ferme here at Thruxton Circuit, the first one of the weekend, and what a race that was to set things off for us here in Andover. We've got our first top 3 driver here in the name of Michael Oliver. I want you all to give him a cheer when I open the door, okay? You all ready? Paying attention? Right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Excellent, look at this. Michael Oliver, what a start. That was a battle. I think everybody that was watching that on the stream and around the circuit massively enjoyed that. Did you enjoy it? You're smiling.
Well, I'm so glad everyone else enjoyed it, because it was absolutely terrible.
Terrifying perhaps, but terrible it was not. I mean, yeah, we saw you slip back there halfway through the race, pull it back, some fantastic racing there. That pack around 3rd and 4th was some serious competition.
Aye, that was hard going, that, I tell you. I know it. I thought John had us back, but it's just a bit too narrow for 2 trucks going in that chicane. It was good fun. It was good fun. It's bloody competitive.
I mean, first race of the weekend, first trophy of the weekend. What did you think of the track conditions out there? A lot of people were talking wet setup before they went out. It never really stuck, did it, though, the rain?
Well, they come on the radio and said, are your wipers working? I thought, oh, it's raining. I didn't realise.
That much focus on not crashing into other racing drivers, you thought, yeah, the rain can wait, I'm driving.
That's it, yeah. It was good fun, I must admit. It was too much in the mix to notice it was raining.
It's one of those things you've just got to hold on and hope for the best. Right, congratulations, well done. We've got Dave Jenkins. Dave, good race there. What a battle. Look at this camaraderie among the drivers. Dave, we'll get Dave whilst he's here. Dave, that was a serious way of starting the weekend, wasn't it? Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was good fun. Fairly hectic, wasn't it? Yeah, we had some bit of good pace early on. It was hard work when the tyres went off, but we're okay early on. But we've got a tough weekend in front of us because of qualifying and everything now. So it's just all about getting it home then and then see where we can go now. But yeah, great race, great start to the weekend.
Very good start to the weekend and great driving standards as well from everybody there. To be that close together was incredible. Let's see if we can't find Ryan Smith chatting to the circuit commentator. We'll get John Bowler. John, don't think we really got much chance to talk to you properly at Pembury, but
makes a change.
That was absolutely incredible to see. I mean, the pack of you there in the mix was insane.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic bit of racing. Luckily, unfortunately for us, bit of contact with Michael and just opened the door. It was like a train coming past, so we couldn't get her name back in.
It was brilliant to watch. I mean, the tussle, the pushing, the moving. Honestly, I think everyone was on the edge of their seats.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. It was even more fun inside there.
I bet it blooming was, yeah. Don't want to just close your eyes and hope for the best. Right, John, congratulations, well done. Not the trophy you wanted, but nonetheless a great result. Right, where have we got? Try and find. Where's Ryan Smith gone? He's disappeared already. Don't look for the trophy straight away. Yeah, he's gone. Arnie, go and get him though, because he'll get in trouble if he doesn't turn up. Like right now, yeah. We've got to tell him, you see, it's important. We're trying something new this weekend. We're going to do the trophy straight away before the drivers wander off and start making sandwiches and doing their hair.